the kids to bed, dad's home. We are the dWo podcast representing the dad world order. I am the handsome head of household. On it. Mr. Magnificent Mike Martin. And with me, as always, the rest of this patriarch pack. We got the big bad bearded daddy. He is Big Rig Eric Murphy.
We're just kidding. That's not actually him.
You made me look like a fool.
And he is the perpetual Mig Carter and the two-time world record holder. He is the wrestling t-shirt guy, Cephas.
Not a cowabunga.
I don't know what's wrong with this thing tonight.
You were all over the place on that soundboard, my good man. Well, as Mr. Magnificent said, we love dWo podcast tonight. We are back with another Revolver Rewind with the homie, the one and only, the brizz, TussleMania. How the heck are you, my dude?
What up, boys?
Oh, you know, we chilling. We killing.
Well, I gotta be honest. Brizz has made its way into my daily usage.
What up? What up?
The lexicon, huh? The lexicon.
Yeah, it is in the lexicon of Cephas.
Same.
Yeah, we've definitely. I'm getting mad. And then after last night, Palmer saying how he has his own iteration of "I'm getting sad." Nobody books me. I thought that was hilarious. And then, calling people brizz and then being like, "What's that?" And I'll be like, "Don't worry about it."
I know. I was wondering that myself. Like, am I allowed to say that? Am I like? Am I?
I think once you've been called Brizz, you can say Brizz.
I don't know, because I've been called other things, and I'm pretty sure not allowed to say that.
At least a certain amount of times. Once you get it like 20 to 30 times, and you're like, all
right then. Well, hell yeah, Revolver in Philly. And me and Mike were not able to attend, but the guy who had the craziest weekend of all time did.
For real, dude.
Yeah.
I really wish you would have brought a camera crew with you, just to like. It could have been it would have been great content.
Yeah.
I'm working on making a content just to explain my entire last 30 days.
Yeah.
So
I was this close to staying an extra day, and if that would have happened, I would have been with you for probably all of the crazy shit that happened.
I mean, I ended up in a $350 VIP party where I got to meet Ric Flair and meet Kurt Angle and Mojo Rawley and Dana Brooke and Piper and Damos were there. And I mean,
a $350 ticket that you did not buy.
Well, to be fair, I did initially buy the Ric Flair meet and greet, which is how I technically got myself, but that was only $100. That's how I got myself into the line that was near the area. Then that's how I realized, I just walk right in here.
He was telling us about how he just Trojan horsed his way into parties all weekend.
Yes, awesome. Basically. But you're supposed to be there and you can be there.
Bro, if someone questions it, just flash your belly real quick. No.
I'm the champion.
I'm the Intercontinental Champ. You guys didn't know?
Amazing.
Cool. Rick knows
also, what up, Preston? How's it
Truly
going, sir?
Yo.
Truly
just talking about him on Tuesday. And Mr. Tim Croucher. What's going on, man?
What's up, Timmy?
Gotta love Tim. Tim's our dude.
Great guy.
Well, hell yeah, man. Revolver Philly.
That was my first stop, though.
Yeah.
Let me just, before we go into the matches, I got to thank Sammy and whoever else had a hand in booking the main event, because I finally, after literally 2002 is when I think I first remember seeing Amazing Red. And after all that time, I finally got a chance to see him live. Never had a chance to do my whole life. Not only did I get to see him live, I had to meet him, and he was cool as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Super fucking awesome, dude. It was like, like one of them, I'm finally going to meet him. Is he going to be a dick? No, not this guy. This guy was just fucking excited to be there.
Mm-hmm.
It was fucking awesome.
Very mild-mannered, very professional. Such a cool experience with him. And I was very excited because I'm pretty close with Loki, and Loki has always told me he's been excited for the day that I get to shoot with Amazing Red. So I told that to Red that I was pretty close with Loki, and he got a kick out of that. So we took a selfie and sent it to Loki, and I just realized today that I sent it to the wrong Loki number. So we'll fix that though. We'll get it to you, Loki. We'll get it to you. I was all excited.
The whole time you're probably like, this fucker never responded.
Dude, yeah. I told Red, I was like, bro, he usually takes back like right away. Like, no, it's fine. It's fine. Give it a minute.
Oh man,
we'll get that fixed.
What a fantastic show in a terrible place in the world to park.
Ooh,
that is dope. Listen, put this fucking. Where's the sassy daddy thing? Philadelphia. What the fuck? Okay, you bring motherfuckers into your city. Okay, and you're like, oh, I want them to come here for WrestleMania and come and check out the fucking bell and the fucking steps and all this other shit. Okay, and then you charge them $35 fucking dollars to park anywhere. Okay, and then when I get to fucking the stadium, okay, I paid $80 each night. I paid $160 extra to go to WrestleMania.
Oof.
What the fuck, Philly? LA didn't do that shit. I paid $20 parking fucking LA.
No shit.
Fuck you.
Sassy Daddy Red.
Glad we got that out of the way.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
Philly must have been behind, like in a budget crisis or something. They're like, we got to make some money off this shit.
Take them for every dime.
It was tough, man. It was tough. I'm glad I was hitching rides and not driving that weekend because that shit was rowdy. Even getting there, we drove from Ohio to Philly. Woo! What a journey.
Okay, I got to ask you this, Tuss, since you were at both. Squared Circle Expo or WrestleCon?
Dude, they're different, but I'd have to say Squared Circle Expo was a little radder.
Nice.
That's what Cephas was telling us too. I was just curious on your take on it. So.
And due to our absence, Squared Circle Expo was also a little dadder.
That's right.
It's true.
Well, hell yeah, let's get into this card, man. So this was kind of an interesting card because it wasn't just Revolver; it was Revolver and House of Glory. So
House of Glory.
An interesting card, but started off hot with the what I thought was going to be maybe like a co-main event or something like that. But we had the House of Glory champion Mike Santana versus the shit eater, Revolver World Champion Alex Shelley.
Yeah, very cool opening match, dude.
Revolver
always starts it off hot.
Oh, absolutely. And also, I was very happy to hear Veda on commentary. I love hearing her on commentary, and her representing Revolver was pretty awesome. But this was, I mean, a banger of a match. I really hope we can see these guys go at it again. I also hope we see Mike Santana and Revolver at some point because I would love that.
Wait for you real quick. Hold on.
I love that lariat. I love it.
Dude. Yo, Shelley was ramping that up for a bit. You can see the devil in his eyes, man.
He was ready.
Yeah. First time shooting with Santana, that was really cool for me. I've always been a fan of, LAX and the period and Impact where LAX was having those bangers with the Lucha Bros. Woo! Yeah. Some of the best tag team wrestling fucking of all time.
Oh,
so I've always been a fan of Santana and Ortiz. And I met them a while back at some sort of expo in, I forgot where. And I had mentioned to them that I work with Thunder, and they were always really cool with me. So I told them like, oh, eventually I hope to shoot with you guys. So very cool, full circle to be able to shoot with him, and got some portraits and extra little things backstage because Sammy actually smartened him up and was like, yo, this is my guy. Please shoot with him a little bit.
Right. Yeah. Hell yeah.
So he actually found me at one point backstage. He's like, you ready, Doug? I was like, yes. That's the best. That's the best.
You don't have to seek them. They seek you.
Dude, that's the best.
Well, I'll tell you what, Go ahead, Steve. Go ahead.
It's just quality fucking work. I will say this though, before we move too quick past this match, I know Shelley is like Palmer said, he's not gone 20 years and not freaked out on anyone to eventually freak out on me. But golly, he makes me believe it. When he told me he's gonna come out and kick my ass after telling him he sucked, yeah, I was like, okay, sir, I won't say anything else, sir. I'm sorry.
I think I have a clip of that too. That's one of the ones I should have loaded up, but I'm fairly positive I have a clip of that. What was his reaction again?
He said, I'm gonna come out of this fucking ring and kick your motherfucking ass. And I was like,
yeah.
whoa.
Yeah, we got that somewhere for sure.
Like,
I would have realized that was you. I would have whip panned to you real quick, but
oh yeah, dude, that was
also. I have to pull this up. I believe it was another photographer that took this picture of Tussle, and I commented on it and said, I need this picture signed by Tussle, framed so I can hang it up behind me on the podcast. Look at this shit,
dude. That's so gangster.
And then the edit. Are you kidding?
Yeah, dude, that crazy, man. So
that's disgusting.
That's an 8x10.
You need to put Chicago.
I need that shit.
Right, Homeboy puts the photo out. Shout out to Danny Darko.
Yeah. I followed him immediately, dude. I was like,
dude, his stuff is excellent, man, and very unique. He has like a cool perspective. He always gets different angles, and just it's refreshing to see unique photography out there. And he was hyping me up. He's been messaging me for weeks leading up to the show, and came through and took some awesome shots, not only of the show, but several of me, which I always appreciate.
Yeah, dude.
Super cool, dude.
I always love, I love especially a candid Tussle shot, but that one of you walking is just like,
yeah,
it's badass
so
shit. I love it.
That was a group of probably a dozen photos that he sent me, and that one in particular obviously stood out to me. I don't have really photos like that are very posed or whatever, and he just kind of caught me at a cool moment, and I knew he was going to take the photo. So our other friend, another great photographer, camera gimmick guy, he's actually in the frame. And so I took his photo and just manipulated him out a little bit and made a little flame because it distorted that's actually the Revolver logo. And it distorted it. So I just photoshopped it to make it look like a little fireball. And cool enough, we had another friend who was a producer at Warrior. He took it and made that edit. So dude, just fucking edit, cool to see, like, people.
Speaking of the edit, you got a whole bunch of new edits, a little rebrand for the old TussMan.
Yeah, dude, sitting with Sammy for the past couple days, just editing stuff and cranking out content. He mentioned to me, like, dude, you should do this and this and this for your logo and this and this and this. And he's like, you know what? Let me take care of that. And within fucking a couple hours, he helped me rebrand pretty much all of my stuff.
I love it.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's nice, man. Logos need a good refresh every once in a while, no matter.
Yeah.
You know. So I think it's neat.
Yeah, that's cool when you guys mentioned that, because it's not something that you like kind of make a big deal out of or whatever. You kind of sneak it in there and hope that it like the branding sticks out, and that's exactly the point of it. And Sammy's very keyed in on that kind of stuff and what's important and what's topical, and he's amazing at that shit, man. People really don't know how fucking multi-tooled that dude is. He mentioned the other day on another podcast, someone had asked him like, what's behind the scenes, like what really goes on, and it was a podcast with Phil, and Phil basically said, and Sammy was in the chat, reiterated that fucking between Sammy, Phil, and I, another guy, Justin, who helps a lot, and Skeletor, there's like pretty much nothing we can't do. Like Skeletor can build us a fucking casket at the moment's notice. Obviously, editing, production wise, all that stuff, like between a small group of people, we kind of can fucking get everything done.
Hell yeah.
It sounds like early like ECW days, like everybody just pitching in, doing their part for the greater good because everybody believes like heart and soul in the company.
It's true, man. Fuck yeah. We're the little
where that ended up.
Yeah, there's actually a story coming out about us in PWI. I don't know if I can fucking say that or whatever, but there's a story coming out soon. And it's basically themed kind of sort of about that fucking Revolver is kind of like the best promotion that you've never heard of, which kind of like hurts my feelings to hear, but like it's the best indie product out there, and unfortunately, it's not fucking known by as many people as it fucking should be known. So
Well,
if you think fucking if you show this product to any average WWE fan, they're probably gonna be like, "Damn, that's fucking sick."
Well, and I feel like a lot of it is, it's like if you're not coastal, it's harder to get your name out there for summer. You know what I mean? Because obviously there's such big markets, but like the Midwest is a big market too. It's just being able to compete with all the other ones that have.
Is it more
the reach?
Is it more concentrated? Like, is there more promotions in the Midwest? Is that why it's like?
There's quite a few, man. Ohio's pretty awesome in the sense that a 4-hour ride and you can be in a lot of different regions. So it's a very centralized hub, and a reason why I'm very considering moving there. It's because there's so much. There's so many promotions out there. Same with Texas, same with parts of Florida, but just our reach is out there when we look as far as metrics and stuff like that. The reach is out there. It's just needs to get on my for sure.
And two, being in Ohio, the logistics of flying, you're very centralized, and
they call it the heart of it all for a reason, dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Anyway, I wanted to shout that out because I thought your rebrand and those couple photos were pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
But
appreciate that.
Before we move on to the next match, we do have one more clip though.
Yeah. Let's get this.
So
Heartbreaker, man. I was
those of you who are watching,
hyped.
There was a moment where we thought we had a brand new Revolver champion.
Dude, yeah.
Dude,
there was
I legit thought.
Dude, I was jazzed up. So I was milking those clips, man. I was really hyped on that. And then fucking the ref coming in and scooping it up broke my heart, dude. But that also paves the way for a good likelihood of Santana likely wanting to get some revenge at some point. So
yes,
I'm not upset about that.
That's what I thought about too. So I was cool with it.
Yeah. Definitely a match worth watching to see the finish there.
Yeah, and I mean those guys, I feel like they barely scratched the surface with what they can do,
Totally. The intensity that Santana brings, man. Woo, and the squirreliness of Shelly dodging a lot of that intensity made for a very cool parody in that match. Very enjoyable. And obviously, like we said, the Revolver first match has always set that pace. And the crowd was very, very hyped and up for that match, as they should.
I will say Santana seemed bigger in person. I don't often feel that way.
Agreed.
But when I saw him, I was like, oh my God, this guy's
dude, I absolutely agree.
Yeah. Kind of blew my mind. I was like, I didn't expect him to be so big. It's kind of like the same way I felt about Gresham. I thought Gresham was bigger. And then I saw him next to other people, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, it goes both ways sometimes. Yeah.
But yeah, next match, I'll tell you what, that's another thing. Revolver. I mean, Revolver does all kinds of things amazing, but multi team tag matches are not always done correctly, but damn it, they pull it off every time. And this was no different. You had Alex Colon and RSP representing Red. Had GYV in the mix, had some Rascals in there, and of course the House of Glory Tag Team Champions main event, which I was not super familiar with. I'd seen clips and stuff like that, but never really seen them wrestle a full match. And they're impressive, man. That was a lot of fun.
Clip time.
Yeah,
they were very impressive, man.
Innovative.
Midas Black and Jay Lion, they did some really cool shit, man. And I was aware of them, but this was the first time that I had shot with them. And again, very impressed with their tools that they brought. Very unique offense and very, very tag team oriented, which you guys know I'm a super fan of. The more tag team cohesion, the better, dude.
Yeah, I mean, my favorite, I'm a big FTR guy. My name's Big Greg on here, for crap's sake. Like, I love a tag team that is a tag team. So I'm right there with you. Like, if you can show me you know how to win as a tag team, not, oh, here's my, move and here's my move. I am a nerd for a good tag team move that involves both people. I love it.
A solid tag team finish. Nothing better than that.
Yeah.
Devastating. Love it.
Speaking of devastating,
Ricochet and
Zachary.
Page. Hell of a worker.
Poor Zachary. Also, what up, Brian?
Hey, Brian.
Drive safe to Seattle, sir. In the Doug.
Hey,
What
the
up,
Doug.
Dougie?
Yo.
But yeah, this was, we've said it a million times, but I love that the Rascals can literally be any iteration of the four of them, and it's awesome, but different every time somehow. They all bring their own little thing to the table.
And all the Rascals were in the house too, because
yeah.
Myron was also in attendance. So this iteration was Zach and Trey, which is always a lovely, lovely, lovely combination.
Absolutely.
And then GYV, they're out for blood ever since losing their titles. They want revenge, and they've been playing a little dirty lately. So I like to see that.
Yeah.
And then Redman. Oh yes, always. And I love Redman. Ricochet and Page has become a very good friend of mine. And Alex Colon is a fucking brother of mine at this point. I fucking love to see them go out there and carve people up. They always bring a certain extreme nature that needs to be implemented every now and then. You boys know I'm a deathmatch baby, so I love seeing that shit.
Oh, well, speaking of that, Alex Colon and Atticus and Nathan, buddy.
I hope they break rules. I hope they go farther than they're supposed to.
You guys have no idea how excited I am for that match. When I heard about that, I was very jazzed up.
Bro, Kogar, and then on top of that, Trent as well. Bro. I don't know what the fuck he decided to go so violent with this particular card, but fucking thank you, sir. May I have another?
Yeah. And only about half the card has been announced. Maybe if Sammy's out there, he can drop a little tidbits, but I think he's playing video games, so.
Well, quit fucking hell diving and
quit hell diving for a second and come talk to us.
It's because Palmer joined the Hell Divers team, so now we got fucking Papa Palmer in there.
Papa Palmer.
It's on, bro. We've been
working also
aliens.
Shout out to Papa Palmer, because that show that we had on Tuesday was so much fun.
My cheeks hurt from laughing so much.
Yeah,
he's the goat, dude.
He's awesome.
Such a jovial, fun guy.
He really is.
Yet such an evil dude in the ring.
I know.
It's great. It's great.
But yeah, so main event ended up taking the dub, retained their titles on this. It'd be cool if Sammy can get them up to Revolver.
See a little more of them often. Yeah. I wouldn't be mad at that. Yeah. There was a sequence of some wild dives. And shortly after that, a little bit of trickery here and there, and they ended up in the ring by themselves and got the pin. So good on them. They defended their belts against very, very credible teams.
Yeah.
Very credible teams. So
that's
a little feather in their cap.
Yeah, impressive going against those other three teams and still retaining. So
totally.
Main event damn near was the underdogs in this, even though walking in as champions.
Yeah. I mean, in my mind, they were, but that's just because I didn't know them as well. But afterwards, it's like, they're right there, with the rest of them.
Yeah,
I think showed out. Same for me.
Yeah, they showed out, and to me, they can lay claim to fucking show us a promo of what you want to do to fucking have a chance at the fucking Revolver titles now, man. They beat fucking all three of those teams are previous champions at Revolvers now.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. If you lay it down.
I'm just a big fan of human cat hybrids. I just think that they're pretty cool.
Same.
God, the first wrestling show I ever went to with you, there was a cat themed talent there. I think he's going up against Jack Vaughn too. Yes, and the whole time you were just going, kitty! The whole thing.
It's been quite a bit, but I'm a little partial to one. Actually, let me grab something real quick.
Oh, a little lucha lit.
Partial to one guy in particular, Lindsay Dorado.
What? Oh boy!
Yeah, that right there. That's a ring worn mask, fellas.
That's pretty. And he makes all his own stuff, which is even more impressive.
He does. He makes his own stuff, and he actually makes several well-known wrestler stuff, including Bailey, who her Wrestlemania gear was all made by Lindsay. And awesome. All the stuff that Mercedes has recently been wearing is all made by Lindsay as well.
Hell yeah, dude.
He's quite talented at that kind of stuff, man.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Well, the next match did not have any cats in it, but it did have two meaty men slapping meat.
Couple dogs.
Holy shit.
That was my first time seeing La Sombra live.
Sombra.
Yeah. First off, we'll go ahead and start off with a clip. We got two really good clips for this one.
Not everybody can kick out of that fucking lariat, boy.
Love a lariat.
Especially the hit.
Yeah.
And actually, the other clip we got from that, you say not many people kick out of that lariat. I don't see many people manhandle Manders in this.
Damn near dumped him on his noggin after that fucking ref. Thank goodness that referee recovered. He seemed quite distressed.
Also, that was hilarious. First, like when you sent all the clips and I was like labeling them all, I just clicked on it, and the first thing I hear,
yeah,
that's not how it sounded.
A little jarring.
I can't do it. My voice is so.
That match was actually for the House of Glory Crown Jewel Championship, which La Sombra is the champion there. So pretty cool that they put some titles on the line there. And
absolutely.
Yeah, Manders came pretty damn close, man. That would have been cool to see Manders walk away with some HOG gold, but
yeah, we always love seeing Manders. That's our guy.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think what happened was that sharp, piercing scream must have done some damage to Manders' ear. Fucking, disoriented him. And,
yeah,
led to that finish because that's some bullshit if you ask me.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Like I said, you don't see Manders take a pin like that often, but that just shows how powerful La Sombra is.
Yeah.
I love saying that. La Sombra.
La Sombra. Yeah. So the next match. Woo.
Oh my God. This made me so happy, dude. Like, especially after Marina and Speedball, I was like, just fight all the women and have absolute fire banger matches, dude. And he did with Masha, because Masha's amazing.
Clip number 1.
Yeah, that was actually right at the fucking beginning of the match, and I had actually missed like a shotgun drop kick because I was filming one of the intros, and literally right as I put the camera down, the second I stopped filming, he got that shotgun drop. I love when matches start off like fire hot like that, and it's a little bit different of a structure than what we're typically used to seeing. Very exciting, high paced, as Masha typically brings, and Speedball's just fucking lightning these days, man.
Yeah, he is. I also go ahead.
He could be a diva. He could be like, I'm winning every match you put me in because he's that special. You know what I mean? Like I could see him being like, oh no, I don't want to lose to nobody. You know what I mean? Almost having an ego, but he's too cool to have an ego. You know what I mean? As good as he is, I could see him be more demanding, but he's just not, man. Like he's down to work with anyone. I don't think he cares who wins, who loses. He just seems like he wants to go out and have the most entertaining match. And he does it every time, man. When I know Speedball's on the card, I'm excited. I don't care who he fights. He could literally fight the janitor, and I would be interested.
Very, very true point, man. Anytime you see Speedball on the lineup, it does bring a level of excitement that you just know it's going to be a guaranteed good match.
Yeah.
There's something that he brings to the matches that he's, like I said, there's just a level of magic that he's producing these days. He might be at the fucking peak of his performance and fucking still getting better. So like you said, to see his face on a poster is just like, fuck yeah. It definitely brings me a level of happiness. And then just being able to text him some clips afterwards and seeing him get hyped on stuff is also very cool. This weekend on a separate show, I was also able to shoot him versus RVD, which was just fucking insane, bro. Insane.
That had to be awesome.
Yeah, for me personally, as like a ECW kid, and literally the reason why I did a fucking frog splash, the first opportunity I had to do anything in the fucking ring was because of RVD. So pretty fucking special, super bucket list shit for me. And hanging out with him afterwards, Fonzie actually put me over super hard, grabbed me and fucking brought me shoulder to shoulder next to him and was like, "Daddy, this is my guy from Florida." Basically fucking put me over super hard with RVD. That's was a very special moment for me. And then to be able to show him clips afterwards and make a little post with him and shit. And Katie's always liked me because every time I see her, she's like, "Can you take some photos?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah, fucking make sure I always have my camera with me." She is always been very supportive and always very cool. So finally cool to make the connection, because I've shot with her a couple times, never RVD.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
I got a nice RVD shirt coming up in 9 days.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I mean, speaking of Speedball being on a card, Revolver Dayton, Speedball, and the Young Goat about to go at it. I cannot fucking wait.
Yeah.
That match is going to break my mind. Like, I already know those guys are going to do stuff that I'm like, well, never seen that before. That's insane.
Yeah. And, you know, it's cool that to see Myron get like a marquee match like that. That's like a fucking feature spot. We've seen the level of people that have taken on Speedball, and oftentimes people are brought in and like the first fucking person that's mentioned is like, "Oh, we're bringing this student. Yeah, we'll fucking give him Speedball." So to get a Speedball match so high profile, Myron is just like doing some unbelievable stuff right now. If you want to rank the Rascals, they're fucking all number one. You can't rank them. They're all fucking unbelievable. So Myron right now, the parody of that match is going to be super explosive, man. I'm so excited about that match.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, our very, very first Revolver show was John Moxley versus Speedball Mike Bailey.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. God, I can't believe that seems like forever ago, man. It's wild. But Masha did end up picking up the win. So Speedball, man, he's gotta do something.
One more clip.
Nasty.
So nasty.
Dude,
yeah.
I remember watching. This came on while I was still at work. So like I just had it like set up on my toolbox and I was kind of like watching every now and again. And I did see that one live. I remember going like, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
Guy working next to me is like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Watch wrestling. Shut up."
Not what I was expecting when I saw him go up on the top rope like that. Yeah, and Masha ended up getting the fucking win with a really brutal pile driver on the apron.
Yes.
And did so much damage that she had time to roll his ass in, go in and get the 3 count.
Oh yeah.
Can she just get a match with Shelly for the title already?
Oh,
hey, you never know. You never know.
Hey, there's another Friday coming up. There's fucking Cage of Horrors coming up. None of those title matches have been announced. So
it's true.
Sidebar though, there has been one match announced for another Friday. And it's just a 3-way dance with SGC, which I'm looking forward to.
Oh yeah.
That's just going to be an appetizer. I feel like.
Imagine the fuckery that's going to be brought out for that match.
I can't wait.
Yeah, got to tell Skeletor to make sure there's plenty of tables and doors.
Yes,
for that one.
Make sure there's a scaffold somewhere close to the ring that old Justice can jump off of.
Yeah, I'd like to see.
Well, hell yeah, dude. Next match, God, this match was so much fun. So I've been pretty aware of Charles Mason, and I've seen matches of his. I love his presentation and the way he carries himself, everything like that. I mean, he's a piece of shit, from every match that I've seen of him. But seeing him go up against Macklin, I'm like, all right, this is going to be interesting. And man, they made this so much fun. Him and Macklin. Obviously, Killer Kelly was ringside,
Yeah.
just causing all kinds of mischief, which you love to see.
I got several clips of her just like smacking his leg and just getting in the way. She's great, man. She
love
makes
the way she's another one. I love the way she carries herself, her facial expression, just everything. She doesn't even have to be in the match; just being there ringside.
Nah,
she brings
just her presence. Totally. And I actually have a clip of Mason after the show. People are clearing out. There's a little ring crew cleaning up the ring, and there's a guy there with fucking crutches, dog. And Charles comes up to me and goes, "Hey, get a clip of this real quick." So I start filming, and he walks up to the guy, puts his hand on his shoulder, says a couple words to him, and right before he leaves, he kicks out the leg of one of the fucking crutches, dude. I should have sent you guys a clip because it's pretty fucking hilarious. And that's just, and then he never came back to me to be like, "Was that a good shot?" That was totally just for him to be a fucking ass.
Yeah.
And to get that clip I'll have to post that later because what a moment, man. And that motherfucker's evil, dude. He is cold-blooded.
Let's have a clip or two then.
Macklin, baby.
He's such a beast.
And I was talking to Sammy this weekend that Macklin is like, I was like, man, I think Macklin's my fucking new favorite wrestler. And he's like, dude, there's a reason why I fucking have that guy in the position he's at. He's unbelievable, man. He's such a solid wrestler. He is special, man. And I didn't know. I got a little history on Macklin. I guess after his stint with the military, he just decided, hey, I'm gonna try this out, and fucking took a shot at it and ended up getting signed fairly quickly from what I hear. Learned a lot of shit when he was with the Fed, and then his indie stuff is just phenomenal these days, man. He's fucking great.
I love his intensity.
I can see him making his way back there and making a major impact when he comes back.
Yeah, I would actually. I'm curious to see what the future holds for him, man, because he's phenomenal, and his wife Deanna is very well known as one of the best women wrestlers in the world. And you got to imagine they probably learn a lot from each other. There's probably different elements, different parts of wrestling that they can train and learn together. So that's pretty fucking awesome to be in a household like that where you have a ton of shit you can learn from your wife, and your wife can vice versa. That's incredible, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, she's definitely more. I feel like she's a little more technical based, but whereas he's more intense. And you can almost like, now that you say that, like I go back and look at like more of their recent matches, and he's starting to get a little more, you know, polished and technical. And she's definitely bringing more intensity to her technicality.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, dude, when she hits that armbar, like she'll yank that thing like her whole body's on top. You know, it's just I love it. The little
How's
things
that not
like
breaking something?
Yeah. It's intense for sure, dude. And she makes it look awesome. And
Got another couple clips from that match before we move on. The personality.
She's great.
Here's the line.
So rough, bro.
She's awesome.
Anything we've posted, there's been several people in the comments that are like, "This isn't a church." It sure was.
Bro, I really knew what Mason was doing when everyone left.
Bro.
Everyone left. He was up there getting photos and shit, and just standing up there looking as evil as he possibly can.
So, very cool moment in this match, and I should have sent you the clip, but I didn't because Sammy just posted it on the socials. But this match spilled out into the streets and was a Philly street fight. It went into the actual fucking streets of Philly, which is fucking insane because the first thing they did was they were just smashing each other on the parked cars that were there. And then there was a van that was honking their horn at us. And first thing that Macklin did was he turned to the van, he punched Mason, turned to the van, double flipped him off, the van's just fucking laying on the horn. And the whole time I'm thinking, oh, what a fucking great, whoever playing this, fucking beautiful. This is magic. And then Macklin grabs Mason and throws him onto the fucking van. Unbelievable moment. I was kind of behind the crowd a little bit, so I missed the shot a little bit. And then a ref ran up and actually took his shirt and fucking polished off the hood a little bit. Come to find out, I asked afterwards, like, who was that guy? Like, was that just one of our dudes that was doing that? And they were like, no, that was fucking a real guy stuck in traffic. Dude, that's so amazing.
Not a plan.
Dude. And fucking, dude, for Macklin to do that, just, what a badass dude.
Right. Well, and it's got to be like, that was probably like one of the few people in Philadelphia that like hates wrestling or something. That just like happened to be driving by at that point. Like, God damn, WrestleMania
signs everywhere, people everywhere, parking's expensive.
They were beating the shit out of each other. So I bet also a part of him was a little bit scared in the sense that he was like, fuck, like I don't want to piss him off too much. Like I'll honk a little bit, but what if these motherfuckers actually come after me? They're half naked and fucking ready to whoop some ass.
Beating each other in the street.
Fucking hilarious,
you
dude.
Really gotta weigh your decisions heavily at that point.
Yeah, one of like the coolest moments that I've ever filmed, dude. Like that shit's so cool. And I was told there was a slight chance that shit would spill out, so I was ready for that shit. And the moment that it happened, thankfully we had a lot of security that make little pathways for you and shit. And when they saw me coming, they were like, "Move out of the way, Tuss is coming." I was like, "Yeah, motherfuckers,
yeah,
right when you get out there,
I'm gonna get these shots."
Yeah,
Tuss is coming.
But that is awesome that they made it a legitimate Philly street
fight. Fuck yeah, dude.
Love it.
Fuck yeah. Authentic.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what though, this next one was a lot of fun. Nobody does a scramble quite like Revolver and quite like Gringo. And the rest of the people involved in this just fucking killed it, dude. And then there was a guy I knew absolutely nothing about, apparently from France, the White Eagle.
Yeah,
I believe is his.
That's the one.
Appreciate that by the way, Crash. As soon as they announced that his moniker was the White Eagle, I immediately went the White Eagle.
It's the Eagle of the White.
But man, this was so much fun. Myron Reed showing out, Ace Austin showing out, obviously Gringo, and I mean we got a couple clips. Just show the clips, man.
Yeah.
This
clip time.
All right.
So good.
Young goat, dude. He does some really cool shit. Also, the homie Casey Navarro was in this match. I haven't seen him for a while, so that was nice to see him. He's got a new look. He's revamped. He's out here. He's out here. I love Casey.
Yeah, I actually saw him at the 2 Warrior shows that I went to. He was there, and he is an absolute blast to watch in the ring, man. I would love to see him come to Revolver. I believe he was actually at He was there once. I think he was supposed to wrestle, and then he was injured or something. I remember him being there.
Yeah, there was an occasion like that. I had shot with him since I've been there. I've shot with him once at a separate scramble that also Gringo was involved in. But yeah, it would be cool to see him in some singles action, see him a little more focus on him, or see what you can bring to the table, because he's a champion in a lot of places. He's actually still the Warrior champion. He's got several belts to prove it. He's got this custom pink belt that's fucking badass.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I always like seeing Casey get cool matches here and there.
The blessed belt.
Yeah, I remember shooting a match with him and Buddy Murphy, dude, and that show was awesome, bro. What a fucking cool match.
Was he at the show with Swerve?
Yes, he was at Smoke 'em if you got him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And as always, Gringo's gonna pull out some wildness in the remix title, defending. And yeah, he's a scramble boy as well. He does some cool shit when he knows he's got a few bodies there to work with.
Here's a cool Gringo clip right here.
Fucking A, dude.
I love that move so fucking much.
Little live commentary too there. Yeah, that move's awesome. The bass bomb, baby.
The bass bomb, baby.
The bass bomb. He gets the dubs, man. He's won several matches with the bass bomb.
With that. Yeah. Before we move on, though, I still got one more clip. I probably should have showed it first, but you mentioned Gringo, so
So cool, bro. Shout out to Gringo for waiting for me to get that shot too. They could have done that shit simultaneously, and I was like, no, who do I point the camera at? I hate missing shit. So I'm glad that one led seamlessly to the other.
I love that little Avalanche Falcon era.
Yeah.
And the base bomb helps Mr. Gringo Loco retain. And I love it.
And
I
still
want to see him just keep killing it with this remix title. I'm so pumped.
Every damn match with him is so good. So it's please continue this because every match just gets crazier and crazier.
Yeah, man, he's on a roll right now. Gringo Loco's on fire.
He absolutely is. And man, after this, we got the one Cephas was talking about at the beginning of the show. Mustafa Ali and Amazing Red. Holy shit.
Still can't believe I saw it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I wish he would have had, I knew he wasn't going to have merch, or I would have bought merch with him and done my video with him, but don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It was cool, but just seeing Amazing Red, man. Like, I don't know if you, like 2001, 2002, when I first started doing the backyard stuff, like when I first started to train, that's who I was watching. That's who I was like, oh, I can't be I can't be Hulk Hogan, but I could be this guy. You know what I mean? That's all I ever wanted. And to see it live was just, thank you, whoever booked that.
Widely credited as being like the fucking blueprint for that style of wrestling. And Ali fucking shouted that out after the match too.
He did. Yep, that was really cool.
Definitely said that like the reason why there's the ricochets out there is because of you, bro. So
let's show
that, man. And amazing.
And also that match, which got decided right before the thing started, was for the TNA X Division Championship. Which
it was, yes. Kind of bullied him into it a little bit. Said, hey, if you're so confident, man, why don't you put it on the line?
Yeah.
But yeah, also a cool thing was afterwards when Red had mentioned that he really doesn't take a lot of bookings these days. So he's very selective and he only wants to have those matches with the best out there. So very cool to come out to Mania week and be able to get to shoot with him, hang out with him, talk to him a little bit, share some stuff with him. Just definitely one that, like, man, if that never happens again, I'm fucking happy with that, dude.
Right.
Yeah. Bucket check.
I think we got.
Yeah, we got one more clip from
we got one more clip. Yeah, Amazing Red.
Amazing Red himself.
So wild, dude.
So many times you see that, that top rope, that tope suicida, as it, but I love how he just moves his body in midair and he's like, I'm gonna make this hurt so much more.
Yeah, dude. Extra control on the spin, on the angle of that, bro.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Really lays it in. Yeah, that match was incredible, dude. What a fucking treat to be able to shoot that. Definitely one for the fucking memory books. They labeled it as a dream match, and it definitely was. The crowd was super into it. Kind of a quick card, only 7 matches, 0 intermission. We just ran right through it. So by the time we got to the main event, sometimes there's a little wrestling fatigue. There was none of that in there. The crowd was very boisterous. Big shouts to Big Mama Thunder Rosa coming through.
Yeah.
I had seen her at WrestleCon, and her boyfriend Justin is a good friend of mine. And I had told him, dude, if you guys want to come through, I got tickets for you, whatever you need, fucking VIP treatment. And he was like, dude, we're going to try to do that. We're going to try to do that. And when he tells me he's going to try to do something, he usually comes through. So I figured there was a pretty good chance because I mentioned it to Thunder, but she had a big line. I didn't get to talk to her for too long. And fucking we left. She thought that she was supposed to be signing until like 4 o'clock. She only had to sign until 2. The show was at 3. And right around 3, she texts me, "Where the fuck am I supposed to park?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Fucking I told her where to park. Thankfully, she toughed it out because I know there were people that tried to come through and the parking situation made them fucking turn around. So thankfully they toughed it out, found some parking and showed up. And the text that I got later from Justin basically said that Thunder had fucking the time of her life. And if you saw some clips and saw her during the show, you could definitely tell that she had a ball.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Well, hopefully that means that she's like, hey, I'd like to come have some matches at
Oh, man.
Revolver at some point. That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be very cool. I'm actually going to see her. I have a show with her on 420.
Hell yeah.
So I'll definitely be talking
Nice.
to her about some options and some stuff. Yeah, 420 show. I'm
You
excited.
mean to tell me you're not flying up here and watching Toy Box at the free local show on 420, hosted by 2/3 of the Dad World Order?
Oh damn! I will unfortunately miss it, but you guys can we can FaceTime or something during it. You guys can watch the show
Absolutely.
and I'll watch you guys.
Hell yeah.
That's a
Good
great
deal.
Mhm.
Well, you know what? You got a good excuse for missing it because I'm sure that's going to be a lot of
Yeah.
fun. She's
Yeah.
she's got a match on that card, right?
She does, bro, against Ladybird, which is
Hell
so
yeah.
fucking cool. Ladybird is such a badass. One of my favorites at Mission Pro. She does some really cool shit. She has a hell of a moonsault. And she is definitely got a good chance of taking down La Mira Mira. So gonna be a very exciting match. Izzy Moreno's on that card as well. The champion there is Tiffany Nieves, who's also a NWA star.
Mhm.
There's some really cool shit happening at Mission Pro, so you guys should definitely check it out this weekend.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
Bro, looking at your stories over the weekend, I think you're the only person who rivaled as many famous people that I had in mind over the week. I was like, Jesus Christ, Tussle with everyone this
Just
week.
meeting
Yeah,
everybody.
Yo, the coolest, but between these past 2 weeks or whatever, ever since a little bit before Grit Your Teeth, I flew to Ohio. I stayed in Ohio for that show, obviously. And then instead of flying back home and flying back to Philly, I just lived with Sammy for a little bit, which I fucking love doing. Getting to hang out with him and Jess is just very valuable time to me. Alex comes over pretty much every day. That's why I'm so tight with Alex now.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, anyways, I stayed until we drove to Philly, the Philly show, and then drove back and stayed in Ohio for even longer. So between that little 2 or 3 week span, some really fucking cool shit happened, including going to the expo with you guys. And yeah, just phenomenal stuff, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't be happier with these past couple weeks and all the cool opportunities that have come from it. And also before 420, I'm working with Dreamwave on 419, so got a little back to
hell
back
yeah.
there for that weekend. So very excited about some cool stuff coming up, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
But
We
maybe
got-
the coolest thing that happened, though, I will mention, is when I landed in Ohio, and the first thing Sammy said was, "Yeah, we got to go shoot with Mox and Danielson." And I'm like, "Yeah, let's go, Bubba."
Dude,
At the Moxley dungeon, like, what the
we,
fuck? All right.
we won't be showing any of those, but we saw some sneak peeks. And
Yeah. If you
pretty
in the
cool.
if you in the close friend circle, you've been seeing little sneak peeks here and there. But I think it's getting pretty close to where we can start showing some stuff, and it's kind of been a bit now, so I probably can start putting a little bit of footage out. Just when I had mentioned to Sammy, he was like, maybe we'll wait a little bit. But also another thing is Sammy filmed and edited a documentary about John Moxley and his journey to the New Japan title against Naito. He has a match with him in Chicago this weekend, I believe, actually.
Yes. Yep,
And Sammy filmed a full-blown documentary about it. And there's quite a few clips of mine in there as well, which is very cool that he let me be a part of that. And they just posted that on the New Japan YouTube. So go check that out. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's only 7 minutes long, very quick and digestible. And you'll see the tussle clips. You'll know when they're there.
Dude, they stand out, man.
Yeah, you can't miss.
They stand out.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, when you text us and you were like, "Hey, by the way," and you sent us that, I was just like, "Oh shit!" Like,
actually, it's kind of cool. Like, I don't have a lot of close homies like that I can like send stuff like that to and have them be like hyped for me, or like I'm not trying to do that in a braggadocious way. Like, I want to share that shit with you guys, and that photo never saw the light of day. I don't think anyone else saw that photo, honestly, except fucking you guys. So
Yeah,
I
but
like
that's
to be able to like share that
awesome.
kind of cool stuff with you guys, because I wasn't like, hey Moxley, let me take a photo. I was in the corner like and then send it to you guys. And I enjoyed being able to share that shit, and you guys always fucking hype me up. Like, again,
hell
it's
yeah.
nothing like fucking ego wise. Like, I am blessed to be able to get these fucking cool opportunities, and if I can fucking share some shit with some homies, like, I'm more than happy to do that.
And we love seeing you get those opportunities, man. I mean, we know you're the best. You know, we're not just saying that. I mean, we talk about it all the time on here. You know, we post it on the socials. Like, there ain't nobody better than
Appreciate it.
you're
we
the
kind
fucking
of
man.
live vicariously through you guys too. I mean, like, see
True.
this past weekend, we didn't get to go, in the physical, but we, felt like one of our own, the dad trust was
Right.
there.
Right. But it's a growth, man. Like, you guys are getting to experience more and more cool shit. And the
Yes.
closer you guys get with all of us, and the closer you guys get with Revolver and shit, it's only gonna lead to cooler and cooler stuff, man. It blows my mind. Like, the beginning of this year, I was like, man, how the fuck am I gonna top like all the cool shit that I did last year? And it's
Right.
just I
Already
gotta
doing
stop
it.
thinking like that, man, because it's just I gotta be grateful for, like, at the expo, dude. I went from hanging out with you guys and barely being a fucking vendor, because somehow you guys got me a fucking vendor pass, to being able to shoot 2 shows that I was absolutely not planning on at all. Like, it's just very cool
Yeah.
how stuff can happen like that. And the Dreamwave guy, the promoter, fucking seeing me walking down the hallway with a fucking Tussle shirt and ran up to me like, dude, TussleMania. Like, I've had a rapport with him before, but never met him in person. And for all that to come together is just fucking
Destiny.
weird destiny to me, totally.
Yeah.
Because again, I wasn't supposed to go on that trip, man. I was supposed to be hanging out at Sammy's for a little bit, and I'm glad that I made the choice to fucking go with you guys, and a lot of cool shit happened from
We're
it,
so
too.
glad
Yeah.
too, dude. I sat back after that weekend, was like, without Tussle there, that's a completely different experience for us.
Mhm.
And
I mean,
getting to hang
I
with
would say, like,
you and Crash and Mouse. I mean, like, getting to hang out with Mouse on Friday, and then seeing Billy win the ROH
Yeah,
Women's
dude.
Television, and then seeing him on ROH, and I'm like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Mouse. You know,
Yeah,
like,
dude.
I know more
Bruh.
about him now, and
That made me so happy, dude,
that was
seeing that
cool.
promo with Mouse in there. I'm just like, that's amazing, man. And I hope that at the very least, like, he's there to shoot all her matches and shit. Because, dude, that's so fucking cool, man. The fact that she started like basically as his assistant shooting, and then eventually got into the sport and all that. Like, the story of that is just amazing. And now she's fucking on TV. She's made history being the first ever ROH TV women's champion. Like, dude, fucking so cool, man. So cool
Awesome.
for him, dude.
ladies
He
and
did
gentlemen,
have disappointed dad face though, with the way that she won that.
Oh, that's just his default. That's
That's
now
just his
default.
I don't know. He seemed like he was okay with it. He's like, yeah, you should win the title.
Yeah.
ladies and
That was-
gentlemen,
that was
a
pretty
word from the
funny.
president.
Hey,
Billy boy.
that's Uncle Phil right there. That's Uncle
It's
Phil.
9:00 at night, sir. Also,
Uncle Phil-
what up to our
Uncle
dude
Phil.
Eric Fallen? How's it going, man? Hope to see
Uncle
you in
Phil,
Dayton in a few weeks.
hell yeah, absolutely. Uncle Phil busted his ass this weekend to fucking make that HOG show happen, man. Him and
Hell yeah.
Sammy fucking went through quite a bit to make that possible, man. So, and to see them pull it off is pretty fucking cool, man. Pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Seemed like a bit of a struggle, Cuddle.
I mean, just between the traffic, the parking, mania, just madness. That's the stuff that got in the way mostly. Like,
Yeah.
not so much like the show end of it, just the fucking outside shit, man. And Phil
The
was actually saying
logistics.
on, dude, and Phil was actually saying on his the podcast that he did the other day. He was saying that, like, little things like figuring out the audio for a new venue, how we're gonna get the ring actually into the venue, where we can park the fucking van, and how long we have. We got 20 minutes to get this shit out and have the crew to do that. Like, little things like that get in the way. Setting up merch, finding merch space, finding someone that we can trust to do the ticket stuff and all that. just all of those things that add up. But like when it comes down to it and the bottom line of like the quality of the show, that doesn't falter, bro. That shit doesn't falter. The show's always going to be fucking amazing.
Yeah, well, that's Revolver for you, dude. I feel like Revolver could cross brand with the Cleveland Browns and have a good show.
And they suck.
But it was just it was fun to see, and I'm sure that Sammy and everybody is kind of like, all right, we get to a little bit of breathing room between now and the next show, which is nice because I mean they ran 3 shows in a 4-week period. So I mean it was awesome getting that much Revolver in such a short time, but
good for us.
I'm pumped to see the build for another Friday, and also Cage of Horrors, man. I know that's going to be getting built, off of that show, and the return of Paul Walter Hauser.
Oh yeah,
Cardona in Iowa, which we will.
To Iowa.
We're gonna be there. Fuck Matt Cardona.
Oh man, there's some cool stuff in store, man, for sure. Paul Walter Hauser's got some cool stuff.
Again. I think we need to do even more fuck Matt Cardona signs.
I think we need to bring fuck Matt Cardona signs to.
I've not crossed the 100 sign line yet, but if we did 100 fuck Matt Cardona signs,
that'd be special.
That would be.
That'd be pretty.
We'll get there super early and tape them under all the seats.
Everybody look under your seats. You get a free sign.
That's actually a good idea. We should do that next time and just let everyone know at a certain point. We'll have the ring announcer or someone let it be known that check under your seats, and instead of having a scramble to pass them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm down.
That's fucking fantastic.
Hey, we can't wait, dude. Cannot wait.
Big man.
We love us some Eric Fallen. Well, hell yeah. We're just at about the hour mark, and I believe our man Tussle has some work to do in the morning.
Yeah, I got a super, super early call-in time, which is highly inappropriate, but we're gonna make it happen.
What is that early to you?
Yo, 11 a.m. for a wrestling show. That's kind of crazy.
Oh,
that's kind of crazy.
At work at 5.
Hold on,
but it's a 3-hour drive. It's a 3-hour drive.
Okay,
so
all right.
To get there.
I got you.
Touche.
Yeah.
Well, hell yeah, man. You boys got anything else before we wrap this up? Not gonna have another rewind for a while, man. What the hell?
Yeah, May 17th, I believe, is the next show.
Maybe we'll do a preview show.
We've been spoiled.
We might be able to do a little something because what's his name? Kevin Sullivan was a little upset that he couldn't do anything today because he's actually working right now. He had a bunch of stuff that he was being flown to Philly purposely after Mania to do like some wrap-up stuff. So he's actually there working his butt off. So maybe we can get a little something going with Kev, and you guys can maybe do like give me some questions or something that we can do like a little mini.
We actually need to do some we're gonna do some polls on social media, get some audience questions
video,
like that
on a 5-part.
Yeah, I would like to do that. I think I would have to be with him to facilitate that,
right?
But I think we can also do that as well. Yeah, because I will be in Tampa soon, and I believe that's where his whereabouts are these days. He jumps back and forth between Florida and New York, but if I can get a hold of him and do something like that, he's always super down. So
hell yeah,
I think we can make that happen.
Even if we just did it where it was just 15 minutes with him, and that was just the entirety of the video. It's just, hey, you've missed Tussle Talk.
If I can just let him
tussling roll. With the Taskmaster.
Oh, yeah. Love it. Just let him roll, dog. He's the man. Love hearing from him. Even just his voice, like fucking talk about anything, bro. I just want to listen.
Absolutely. Just I'm gonna shut up and you spew your brilliance at me, please.
I want to get him mic'd up.
This whole show with Conrad is. Conrad will say like one thing, and then Kevin will be like, "Well, let me talk for 45 minutes, not 6."
Just kick back, baby. Soak it in. Soak in the knowledge.
Well, hell yeah. Another Revolver Rewind in the books. We have so many of these by now. I cannot wait for the next one. Can't wait for possibly a little preview with Kevin Sullivan.
Kev.
Sammy, I'm sorry I didn't wear the mask tonight. Hopefully when you watch this back, you're not horrified.
Just hold your thumb over that part of the screen.
Yeah, you know, that's all you got to do.
Or just check out the audio only files, you know.
Yeah, there you go. You don't have to, then you really don't have to look at me.
Heck yeah.
Available.
Well, hell yeah, boys.
We'll have some of these stickers in Dayton for you boys. There's
hell yes.
Thunder.
Oh, dude.
And then
Emmy's
also
Emmy's gonna be pumped.
Yes,
Alex Cologne.
The blood
Tussles.
fighter.
Those are dope. I love it. Hell yeah, dude. Well,
right, appreciate
hell
you
yeah.
guys.
As always, we've been the
next
DWO
time.
podcast. I'm Big Rig Eric Maffey. He is Mr. Magnificent Mike Martin. He is Wrestling T-shirt Guy Cephas, and he is the homie, the brizz, the one and only TussleMania. As always, check us out on all the socials at DW_podcast, Facebook at the DWO podcast, TikTok at DW_pod. Get that dad merch at Pro Wrestling Tees, T Public, or message us directly. We'll send it to you. Also, you can get Tussle merch if you message him as well. He makes it all himself. Yeah. He's the man. He's got lots of cool shit.
Hit me up.
Hit him up. And yeah, until next time, top dads out.